Hello, 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 hello. We are back in action. And we're deploying to our first raid right now. We're in the loading screens. There was a little bit of a delay. Somebody forgot to, I don't know, in the politest way to say this, turn up. But I'm sure they'll join us on the next match. We are in
over the Christmas period, isn't it? Everybody's sleeping through their alarms.
100%. We are in. Providing no major server issues, we're good to go. The guys are just selecting their kits right now. We're first map bowl on assault. And yeah, we have the on-screen scoreboard. So we're basically don't need to press tab or nothing. It's going to be there the entire time. We'll do our best to cycle through everyone and show a bit of everyone. And it's going to be a little bit of a mess. But let's see what we got. We got obviously cruising. Strong start, 4-0 off the top. Goes to Customs in second and Steezy in third. Who you got your eyes on here, correct?
Honestly, I'm going to be looking at Nova. I'm going to be looking at Judicious. And Goes to Customs, I think, are my three to watch out for this one.
Got you. Personally, probably going to say... Nah, you kind of got my three. Right, cruising Nova, and let's go with let's go with Europe.
I mean, Greece is definitely the one that's up there. Europe's got a good chance for contention. You're going to see a lot more of a different pace in this one than you did for the majority of last era. So obviously, ball being a much wider map than like your Chop Shop or your Emma combo that a lot of people have been appreciating recently. Slows it down a little bit.
A lot of spawn fighting, and so far, touch wood, a lot of suppressors. I'm glad my ears aren't getting damaged here. Ooh, Cruz is not going to be happy that that one was on the big screen.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That's just the way Tarkov goes, unfortunately.
I'll raise up the volume of our lovely cracks. Let's see if we can get some Skycam. So a lot of these fights, a lot of these fights are going to be within 1 to 2 seconds off spawn for all these players. I'm kind of more so interested to see who's actually controlling the middle of the map compared to like people that are kind of trying to lock down a corner and catch some people coming off spawns.
You're going to see a lot of people trying to take certain places of space that are quite important. Those top apps, top med positions that have the boxes you can play around are pretty strong.
Oh, there we go. Oh, running out of bullets. That was almost what we were talking about. Just having a strong structural position to take out multiple kind of choke points. Let down by the 30-round mag. Cruising still in first based upon fewest deaths, I believe. Now Europe takes it over.
Yeah, stats will be the kills, the deaths, then the assists afterwards.
Goes to Customs with a nice double kill. Holding tight in second place. Finds Cruising into first. It's very tight at the top. The top 5 players, all 10 plus. Only 3 kills between them. Nova holding down the ambulance AK-12. Probably one of the guns that I ought to go for here. Not the biggest fan of Model 1. Doesn't really suit the way that I play the game. Pay attention, he is holding down the ammo respawn point at the ambulance there, so no shortage of bullets, or if he wants to get extra meds. Still doing a great job of holding it down. Goes to Customs, slips into first place if I can find him.
Big fan of these new containers that have come in that allow you to restock up your ammo and your meds and bits and bobs whilst you're fighting the round out. Obviously, you get to the point where you feel like you are going to be at a finite position. You will run out of resources, so it's nice to be able to stock that up and kind of keep the flow going, especially if you're on a killing spree. You get multiple kills knocked down one after the other.
All these greedy contestants running loud weapons and absolutely blowing my ears apart. It's one of the things about Tarkov Arena is in the spectator mode, you don't got no contacts. Everything is just that little bit more louder. So as we go through it, I'm trying to balance audio on the side on OBS there. just to make sure cracked can be heard.
Hey, that's a rare one. Quiet cracked? Surely not.
Artificially silenced.
That is insanity right there. Speaking of insanity,
Steezy.
back on board with cruising for a moment. He gets a nice one too. Nova in there as well. Europe onto Steezy. Poor Steezy's up down like he's a roller coaster right now.
Let's check this one out. 2 of the top 3 players meeting off in pocket. Let's cycle through and try to find our boy Steezy. 3-way tie at the top here though. Just broken by cruising. 18 to 19 kills. If you look at it, all of from 1st to 5th is either 19 or 18 kills. It's incredibly top. You could even throw Europe in there and say, hey, look, all the way down to 16th place. 17 kills.
There does tend to be less heroes tend to go at the beginning. You'll find that to the middle or the second third of the game, people will start to stretch away from each other. You'll find maybe 2 or 3 will start to spread the pack and then get a little bit of distance.
Nova flipped into 1st place now. Rochi trying to take out Nova. Goes to Customs. Still leading. Super quieter. Let me get Crack. Crack, can we get a 1-2, please?
A 1-2, please.
We're at maximum capacity.
Do I need to start leaning in a little bit more? Is that what we're going for?
I'm gonna have to figure out an alternate way to raise him now. Maybe through the Discord. Judy comeback. Judy currently in 7th place. Struggling a little bit, but it's kind of the nature of the game, I guess, when there's so many fraggers in the lobby at one time. There's only a certain amount of kills to be made as he picks up a nice double. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Just straight look at the scoreboard. 25, 24, 24, 24, 21, 20, and we got 18, 18. It's so tight. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left in the clock, and anybody can come out in the top spot here. I mean, we're seeing maybe like 6, 7, 8 different 1st place leaders right now. We even got Roach up in the mix. And there's the 6-7 memes.
Oh, there you go. You had to say it, didn't you? Of course you would. The 6-7. Every time. Always gets them, chat. Always gets them.
The tactical awareness of some of the NA pros in the chat the second they hear 6 followed by 7.
If they had those reaction times in the game, they'd be finding themselves much better scorelines for sure. Crazy times.
I don't know who to stay on board with because it's just constant changing.
It's kind of hard to follow. Yeah, it's hard to follow with that sort of sense because the pace is really good from everybody we've seen so far. Nice to see that the game is extremely tied up and tight with this though, because that's something that doesn't tend to always be the case. It's a good one to see, is that?
Yeah, I wonder if the rest of the map, especially the new one, if the new one base that we're going through next, I wonder how that one's gonna hold up because that's a lot longer and there's a lot more segregated fights across the map over there.
Yeah, base tends to be much more interesting the way that one plays out pace-wise.
Say, I'm shocked here by the top 3. These you would not have predicted this top 3 so far for me anyway. I mean, my top 3.
You don't know, right? You want to give somebody that chance for them to show up. You wouldn't expect your top tiers. This is where everybody gets a chance to maybe upset, right?
100%. Was saying cruising, yeah, like O'Connor said, cruising started so strong, and it's just a testament to all these players. How strong everyone else is, you know? Just about, we're kind of under the 90-second mark now, so we're closing up on the first map. We have Steezy on 36, maybe we might see a 40. You have to bear in mind, guys, that all these people that these guys are shooting are not low-level players who just bought the game on Steam, you know? They're not your average, like, weekend Timmies after doing a 40-hour work week. These are all kind of, you know, the upper echelon of competitive NA gamers. Tabo taking out 2 before going down. Steezy sitting on 37, 4-kill lead. can't get a 5th.
Ooh.
I want to stay on Steezy just for towards the end of the game here. The game keeps ejecting me, keeps sending me to watch someone else.
I mean, he's
We
up
ain't
by
leaving.
4, and he's definitely not finding himself to pick up onto Europe, who is the next below him on the scoreboard. At this point in time, his second place adversary is the one he really needs to be killing.
Yeah, that's it. Just kind of deepening the gap between the two of them.
That's it.
15 seconds left. It looks almost locked in for Steezy. As Europe extends its lead over 3rd place. And we are going to be looking at this final scoreboard in just a moment. Steezy finishing with 38. Strong. The unemployed.
strong up
Yeah,
and
yeah. These.
You kind of feel a little bit sorry for Tabo at the end there, don't you, really? Everybody else participating in the 20s and above, and then that one slightly weaker scoreline, just feeling a little bit out of place.
Probably the DMRs are going to mix it up between, you know, the holographics versus the long-range scopes. Personally, when there's a lot of players, I kind of struggle with the big scopes. I feel like I'm losing a little bit of FPS, and I want to play it a little bit safer. Straight off the gate, that's a whole lot of DMRs.
Yeah, I was expecting maybe a few people to get a bit bold and maybe pull a bolty out or 2, but obviously it makes it a little harder in Last Hero. You can't really swing a bolty about and pull off the timings with that bolt pulling back and causing you a big window of, like, inability to fire, so...
I'm really
Not surprised.
curious just to flick through everyone, see is anyone brave enough. First of all, to stick a suppressor on their gun.
Oh, yeah, tell me about it.
Second of all, to see a sniper up. There we go. We got one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got one.
We got Eclipse taking names and grabbing butt. 5 kills to 2 deaths. Is that correct? He's top of the leaderboard with a bolt action. Gets a nice little no scope there. No ABCs. I'm equally disappointed. Gotta fly the camera really far away from all of the players. I don't think it makes a difference with the audio cracks. Our ears are going to be tortured the entire time.
I think you've hit the nail on the head with that one. I don't think it does make a bit of difference at all.
I will, for
Ears are going to be.
at least for the viewers, notch down the audio just a little bit. We're into the blender. Cruz on top of the table early game. Just like last time we've seen it before. Europe holding down 2nd place. Gonna do myself a little bit of service and lower down the audio as well on my end.
Yeah, save the eardrums.
I might even drop it just a little bit more for stream. You guys let me know how loud it is.
I'm actually surprised with this being such a wide open map that there's that much audio disturbance, for real.
Yeah. Justice for Walkers' ears. Yes, a new rule in state for Pool B, I believe. Everyone must use suppressors. I'm having a quick look between all the players. You know, there's a lot of spamming going off here. There's a lot of missed shots, and I would love to see some accuracy stats at the end of this.
It's definitely going to be some stuff to look at for sure. Oh, Tabo's going to get lucky on being behind the part of the scenery as Steezy swings out. Good shots from Steezy are not going to be enough to take down Judicious, though. Europe looking clean. Similar builds as well. Notice the Razor on a lot of people. Fan favorite scope, do you reckon? Razor, Vortex, Voodoo? What's the question?
FPS low as hell. Probably there, yeah. I mean, personally, I think I'd start with the Razor. If the FPS wasn't on my side, then I'd move to a holographic, you know? The thing is, everybody is using the MRs. You're dying to 1 to 2 tap all the time. There's no, you know, guy, you know, little burger running around with an MP5. It's all long range, all insta-death.
Very true, very true.
Yeah, someone pointed out there, Steezy struggling. Which is a rare sight compared to last game, that's for sure. Judy taking names, up in 3rd place. Unfortunate spawn for Tabo. But like I said, this map is built for 8. And we've stuck 10 of them on it. Cruising with a double kill. Eclipse opting to get off that sniper rifle. It was fun while it lasted, I guess.
Now, the SKS is an interesting one. I'm not surprised that Roach is going with something a little bit crazy. He's going to pick up a kill. As you see, a lot of the RSAS platform DMRs coming in. G28s as well being used to heavy efficiency. M61 being slung all around it. Not sure that this one's going to work for Eclipse as that... Oh, never mind. Does manage to find it through the box. The grate there can be a bit of a pain in the backside sometimes. Trying to shoot through the metal as it'll eat some of your shots. Goes to Customs' reaction times are disgusting, by the way. This is back and forth between everybody that's actually battling out inside of this last hero. But as you see, thanks to the beautiful little bit of production down bottom left, Cruising in the lead at this moment in time with 26 kills and 22 deaths, 9 assists. Just behind him is Europe in second. Judicious pulling behind with 22, just 2 behind that as well. Looking like both in a very similar place, trying to contest for this W. But whether they're going to take it home, that's a different matter.
Cruising top with 29. Europe in second place. We've been here. We've seen it before. A lot of hip firing and spraying. Shouts out to Nova for being one of the more sensible people running a suppressor. Is this going the way you thought it would in terms of scoreboard?
Scoreboard-wise, yes. This one feels a little bit more like I thought we would see. The only one that's kind of surprising me at the moment is Nova that's a little bit down the board, as we do see a couple of kills coming through. He then jumps from that 8th position up into 4th, 5th, now back down to 6th. Obviously, that scoreboard going to be very fluid throughout all of the maps we're going to see today, as the kills are going to come in thick and fast. The 34 kill, 35 kill lead now. Cruising is... looking very comfortable. It doesn't look like he's struggling too much.
I mean, we've seen it's a longer... I would say it's a bigger map, but it's more segregated. The map kind of plays out in 2 different sides. So there's a lot of kind of like 2 spawn grouping areas, you know, and very few in the middle. We're already at 38 kills, which is what we ended Bull with. We've got 4 minutes left to go here. We might see 50. If we're aiming like that, we might see 60 on Cruising.
I have seen some incredible feats in my life when it comes to last hero performances. A mythical 75. I have seen an over 100 kill game once. These guys have the potential to be able to pull it off, but when they're playing against each other, that's when it makes it a little bit more watered down. Whereas if they were playing against somebody who might not have the same level of experience as they do, then they might find themselves struggling to keep up with the pace. But everybody in this lobby is equally as destructive, and therefore I guess the scores could be kept closer. Not necessarily kept closer. I think it's just going to be, there's going to be more kills overall, right, Walker? You're going to see maybe 400, 500, 600 kills in these kind of lobbies because the players are just going to pop off.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I've just took the liberty to almost completely nuke the audio. It's on you guys in chat just to let me know how that is for your eardrums. It's a lot better for me now on my end. I can certainly think and talk at the same time, at least. We're sitting up at 42, 37, 35. And then from 35, basically 3rd, 4th, 5th. Very close. 1 kill between them all. So it's anybody's game in terms of getting the top points. We saw Steezy, who came 1st place last time around, sitting down cozy in 6th place. So that's going to be definitely... It's not like Steezy's going to run away with things on map 2. Why is everyone running DMRs? We're playing 3 maps. We're playing Bowl, Base, and Bay 5, and they've each been kind of assigned a preset type for each map. So, first map was Assault, now we're on Marksman, and we're going to move to Scout right after this one. Judy with an important kill from 2nd place, killing 1st place. And just as I say that, Nova sneaks into 2nd.
The leaderboard's tied up as well, as all top 3 contenders, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place, are holding a 40-plus kill scoreboard. A 45 for Cruising. Nova now caught up at 42. Judicious in there with 40 of his own. Europe and Ghost to Customs behind on 1 apiece extra. Now Europe making it over the line as that 30 goes to 40, as 4 goes to Customs as well. Top 5 on our scoreboard in the last hero now here. All keeping it close and competitive, but Cruising is not willing to let the tempo of this one go. 47 kills, up there by 4, 16 assists as well, showing that he might just not have got the killing blow and a few more kills to add to it also. Really starting to stretch that lead out. He's maintaining 3 or 4 in the lead at every point in time so far, and that's what's keeping him comfy.
It's a very big, very, very, very big map to take the lead on as well. Marksman, not the one that I thought I'd see cruising at the top of. Extends his lead to 6. Nova makes it 5. We've got just under a minute left, 50 seconds. Can he hold on?
Some good shots. Both sets of players that we end up staying on board with as they get the kill and then rotate out to the next one. 3, 4, 5, 6 hit the board, but it goes to Customs in 3 of them where his name is taken. He's going to move himself up into that second place position. 47 kills shared between him and Nova now as he knocks himself up above on the scoreboard due to that death and assist ratio inbound. Shots out of Ghost to Customs again look good for 1 for 2 in the scoreboard, but then going down puts him back up into that second place position. Cruising now matched up as Ghost is catching his tail. 1 ahead, Cruising keeps the lead. Still with 15 on the clock. This one the tightest you've probably seen so far and maybe even will see for the day. Shots on long as Cruising finds an open pick. That's 2 more to the favor of him. 50 each apiece as Ghost and Europe are looking to tie it with 3 on the clock. It's going in 51 apiece. 1 kill will separate the 2 of them. Can anyone clutch it up? No, it's going to be a tied game for second and third. Decided by 2 deaths. Cruising's going to peep second.
Insane. Hold the door from Cruising there. And we were just moments ago talking about how Nova and Ghost were in the battle for second place. Seconds later, Nova finds himself down in 5th kerfuffle. And moss issues and all sorts of things going on in the background, okay? Thank you very much to Sky Cycle taking care of our Liquipedia page for the bracket. You'll be updated there live as well. We'll do our best to cross-reference everything with you between now and then through the Discord. Now we're on Bay 5. We're on Scouts. And I have to readjust the audio. Make it that little bit louder because we're no longer listening to 308s through the Yazoo. Cracked, how you doing?
I'm doing. It's going. I'm ready for these guys to kick up again for the third one. We're in straight to the action immediately with a familiar look to the top of the table, honestly. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. We'll talk about that one in a second, as well as the MP9s I'm just seeing on the scoreboard. What are the weapon choices? I mean, this is Scout for you, baby.
Yeah, a lot of high hit counts.
Pro?
Uzis, Uzi Pros, MP9s. Incredible. And lots of high hit counts here. As Ghost Customs finally gets Nova through the box there. Top of the table, like you said, familiar faces similar to match 1. Connor coming in. Pool A and Pool B meet at the end. Yeah, no. So, the formatting is that all of these 10 players will play 3 maps together. At the end of those 3 maps, top 6 go through to a bonus map. After that bonus map, they are done. Group A is finished. All the points earned will be added to the team scoreboard. Then we flip over to Pool 2. Pool B, all the B players, they'll come in, do the exact same thing. At the end of that, all their points go together into the team leaderboard, and we see which was the best team overall. We've got prizes, cash prizes for first and second place teams, as well as an independent cash prize for the individual who scores the most points in their regulation games, so the first 3 maps. So far, we're looking at Europe. He's a shoe-in for it with 18 points. Typically, that MVP is going to be between the first place individual from Group A versus the first place individual of Group B. So after Group A, we'll have a score to beat. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting, it's over 3 maps as well, though. Like, we spoke about it just in the break there, that Europe has placed twice second now. Which, it might not be a first place in either game, but, like, placing twice second is almost arguably better than just the one first for the consistency level of things. So
exactly, yeah.
He's definitely going to be happy with that one for sure.
Yeah, we were looking during the intermission. We have Europe who plays second twice. That's 9 points, 9 points. And then in second and third, we have Cruisin' and Steezy, who are kind of in that 3-way tie for second and third. Both of them, respectively, got 5 points in map 1, 10 points in map 2, or 10 points in map 1, 5 points in map 2. So they're the flip-flop from each other. and they're sitting just behind Mr. Consistent in Europe. I wonder, as late as this game goes, are we going to see the fall off of the Uzi? Is the gig going to be up? Is the prank over?
Something tells me there's going to be a change of mentality a little bit later on. I feel like at the close quarters battles here in Bay 5, that the MP7 with a 40 round A, even with the P90's nerf to its stats, might even be the play here. Just because you've got 50 rounds, it's actually probably worth these players' level of skill being able to hit the headshot. Short of wearing face protection, I feel like the P90 is probably the place to be right now.
I'm just having a quick little skip through all of the players, and I'm seeing the icons, right? If you've seen a lot of these players, let me pull up the scoreboard here. A lot of these guys are using the Stormtrooper. Like, I mean, we're talking almost all of them. It's almost as if, like, Tabo didn't get the memo. I didn't get the memo. I didn't think this was a thing. However, what's probably going through these guys' heads, other than 9mm rounds, is they're not playing Scout versus Assault. There's no Scout versus Marksman. There's no heavy hitters, right? They're doing Scout v Scout, so they know the enemy team, every gunfight has bad ammo. You know? Well, not the best ammo. So that extra face protection is probably doing them wonders. Personally, I probably would have leaned towards the champion mask. I do know that there's some sort of, like, restrictions with the ears on those ones. They look like the Mandalorian, that's why they're wearing it. I mean, yeah, probably. If 8 out of 10, 8 out of 9 dudes went with that, just so they have a little bit of a Star Wars vibe, I'm with it too. Let's see what the kills are looking at. We are crossing the halftime, I guess, the halftime mark in the lobby, and we're sitting on 31 kills. Not quite where I thought we'd be. However, from first place to last, it's 31 to 19.
The TacTech Keck Trooper mask and the Champion's helmet both do one thing that I think a lot of people forget or sleep on a little bit, which is the high ricochet chance. Champion's helmet's tier 4 all round, which is pretty crazy itself. Then the TacTech Keck Trooper delivers the same amount of protection, but it's the high ricochet chance. It's it shakes bullets, even stuff like 5.56, 5A1, up to a 40% chance to ricochet. Like, people don't realize how drastically large that ricochet chance goes to, and that's like almost half of your bullets missing is kind of crazy.
Say, someone said white M32s for the drip. I have to kind of agree with that. Big fan of the white M32s. I wish they were like white Comtac Vs or like Comtac 6s. Couple of tracksuit gamers in the lobby here. I don't know if I'll be able to ID them from the little icons that we have here.
Now that can't be real. People can't have tracksuit and play arena well. That's not right.
It involves too much moving.
Yeah, I could have sworn somebody said this to me a long time ago. A base game player who seems to know everything, honestly.
They always do. They always do. Please don't execute me for that one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We're joking, chat. We're having a laugh.
One could say that these guys are AI farmers on arena. Ha 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 ha.
Anybody that kills me is an AI farmer, that's for sure.
I mean, we're slugging it out. Roach and Customs, 39 apiece. Quite a gap, 7 kill difference between second and third place. 3 minutes left. We're almost there. Cruising in 5th. I wonder if we'll see him place a little bit higher. I mean, there's a bit of a deadlock between 3rd to 6th. I mean, they're sitting between 33 kills to 31 kills, so, I mean, it's very tight. What that little icon? We need to get some new sub badges on the Hunt channel for me. I think, oh no, I think it might be a bug with OBS. I thought everyone
Chat, I heard
their
Walker
sub badges.
petitioning for his own Hunt dog tag there, that was. We got to see Snellex's dog tag yesterday and Connor's dog tag. I think we need a Walker dog tag.
No. See, the lovely gentleman over at Hunt Premier know full well that while I'm running a tournament right now, I have every bit of power and control to take that Hunt channel down at any point. You know what I mean? I could say whatever I want and bring this whole Titanic down. So there won't be no dog tag going on the screen. There won't be no dog collar or any of that funny business.
That sounds like actually sounds like a challenge, honestly. Yeah, I think Pobo's got the right idea. It sounds like a challenge to me. Can we put like a Chelsea logo on the dog tag as well? Yeah.
As a Liverpool fan, I have rapidly fallen out of love with football. You can catch me on a Formula 1 circuit near you.
Oof.
It has been exceedingly difficult to follow football in recent times. Although, back to the action, still first place tied, 47 apiece. Cruising crept into the top 3. That's really big for him because his adversary, the leader, the current points leader, Europe, is off down in Tesco's, sitting in 8th place. And Steezy, who he's tied with between that three-way tie for 2nd place, is down. Now he's down in 8th place. But the point being, those guys are downstairs while Cruising's up in the attic. And it's only really kind of, I mean, the gap's only getting bigger between 1st and 2nd compared to the rest of them, right? They're now tied 52, 51. This is incredible.
It's almost like Ghost Customs and Roach are playing their own game here. The two of them are just battling each other out of spawn to try and extend their fights. And Cruising, Europe, Nova, and Judah are still trying to find it out in the 40s. Eclipse and Steez, I don't think I've seen move off of their kill total for the last 2 minutes or so. As just everybody else is picking kills up. Poor Discount down in Dodgems.
You see it right there,
also, bro. Man.
Seconds ago, I said Europe was down in 8th place. Now he's practically tied for 3rd. He took it personal. Any damage that these guys, that Judy, Steezy, Eclipse, any damage these guys can do to this surging kind of climb by Europe will be greatly appreciated by Cruising. No doubt he's going to be seeing us in Chop Shop, and I wonder what I'm going to see there. You know, what kind of imbalance, because that's the first map where we're going to see Scout versus Assault versus Marksman, you know? Here we go. It went down to a tie in the end. Let's have a little recap there on the scoreboard. That was a lot of MP7s and a lot of loud bullets, so I had to, like, lower the audio for everyone, including myself there, during that game as well. And it's probably going to be a loud one.
Yeah, the sound might be the first slider you're going to grab a hold of when we get into this for sure.
I think I might just pre-fire the slider just a little bit. And
might be a good idea to give it a cushion to begin with.
Yeah, we'll rely heavily on the talking, I think, on this side. Chat, you let me know if the pew-pews are too loud. Before we get into it, we have Ghost, Cruising, Europe, Roach, Nova, and Steezy. Cracked. Who you putting the money on?
So far, it's been Ghost of Customs and Steezy between the two of them that have looked the most consistent. Yeah,
I like
favorite
this.
out the gate is going to be this one here. We're on board with.
I like
Cruising
this.
Sticking with the DMR as well. He's keeping to the marksman.
High TTK with the M6 1-2 tap thorax action. I mean, I totally respect it.
Yeah, it's working.
I see it because I mean, he's going to be able to hold more comfortably long range kind of angles. However, with Chop Shop, you want to get your ass in the middle of the map quick, and you want to be able to string together, you know, 2, 3, 4 kills before you die out, and staying alive with the marksman.
Less the TTK, like you said, the 2-bullet insta taps to the thorax death that will also help with economy. Ammo efficiency in this is also a big one. Like you said, you want to be picking up as many kills per death as possible in this. You are going to go down at some point, whether it be caught in a reload, caught in a good fight, or running out of resources, but it's about how many people you can put in the bag before you get knocked down yourself. Early spawn rotations and holding angles from behind vehicles from Nova, they're not going to be enough to beat off Ghost of Customs. He's out for one. He has Europe in his sights. Europe with better footsteps is going to double down for 2 of his own. Nova does pick up Steezy on the right-hand side of it. Europe and Cruising now go at it. Cruising knocks him over. DMR coming straight to the fore for the front side on the strength. Not for long enough, though. Nova's in. Steezy inside as well. A little bit of dancing between him and Ghost. Europe still cooking. Steezy picks up another one. Cruising now back into the action. The top 3 up there really cooking. Between the 3 of them, very, very few kills separating just now. We're only a minute and 40 into it, but the more the time ticks away, the more those guys are going to start to separate the pack. Nova's lagging a bit behind at the moment at 5 and 8. Actually, down 3 kills to his death, so that positive kill to death ratio is going to feel a bit rough to begin with. Ghost of Customs now joining him down there as well. The bottom 3 in the pack, really struggling to keep up with the pace of Steezy, Europe, and Cruising.
Yeah, we have a little bit of minor bias in the chat here. We have teammate New Dawn Pug saying that Steezy wins this every day of the week. We'll have to see if he can put his money where his mouth is. It certainly is there. Early game, 16 kills. We see comments saying we might see a 60 here. I think if someone drops a 60 in a lobby full of arena pros, it will be hard fought and well earned. Now, guys,
I mean,
just
22.5 in, right?
Yeah.
It's doable.
Yeah. Lovely stuff.
Seven minutes and 10 left on the clock as the scoreboard's still looking relatively consistent from what we saw before. Steezy's got himself a humongous lead. There's 7-8 now kill advantage. He is going to finally get taken out by a rotation that comes through from a rough spawn out of Roach just behind him.
Yeah,
but now 7 kills up is huge.
We see Cruising switching off the M61. Probably wasn't getting the value he thought. He's at 7 kills per minute right now, Steezy. On track for the 60, we'll have to see. Now, if we look at the regulation games, we had the top player from Group A sitting at 25 points. That means he's the leading man for Group A in terms of the MVP award. That's going to be going head-to-head for the MVP on Pool B. Might be a clear winner, but the score to beat is 25, and that was scored by getting 7 points on bowl, 8 on base, and 10 on bay 5, which is kind of a monstrous score to try to beat. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm sitting in Pool B right now, I'm not very confident for that one.
Yeah, Nomi's teammate will be looking at that MVP award as something that they're going to try and potentially pull off, bearing in mind that the scores from Group A and Group B get added together for their overall totals in the teams, but the individual performance reward will only require the one players of the performance. Hard as it will still be, he's going to have to try and make it through to his chop shop equivalent in the half. You can have a say in it. I think you have to make it to this map to be able to contest for that MVP award across the totals. Better to play 3 maps, 4 maps rather than less than. Goes to Customs quick round. That's going to be a pretty easy pickup. Steezy gets a few extra free kills as he's just working his way around that vehicle. The pace has slowed down a little bit here.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit spicy as we move into the second half. 5 minutes left on the clock. Worth pointing out, Ghost of Customs, like I said, was leading the points and now bottom of the table. Like every other map, every player gets points unless you don't turn up. We're not looking at you, Vanguard, but I am. However, there's only 6 players here. Last place gets 1 point. That brings Ghost of Customs total to 26 points. Cruising, who now took last place, will be looking at ending with 25 points. So
I guess it makes sense though, right? We have security on the doors, so it was a tournament for pros. We wouldn't let in an army.
God, the puns. The puns. I will say, Steezy was sitting on 19 points prior to this game. The best possible outcome that he can walk out of Pool A with is if he comes first now and scores 6 points. They'll put him on 25 points. That's going to give him the most optimal position for his teammate Pug to take over. Which, I mean, 25 points would be lovely. I'm really impressed by this unimpressive gun right now. I'm not going to lie. This Uzi, I would never have bet money on it.
Don't change your mindset anytime soon. I don't think it's going to be winning any marathons anytime soon. It might be having a little bit of a placebo effect and doing some cook work early on, but I'm not sure it's the king of the court. I mean, Steezy is working his magic. 43 kills, up by 12 on the MP7 and making that look exactly like it really should do, bearing in mind that is probably the strongest gun in the meta at the moment.
So, I mean, 45 kills, 3 minutes on the clock. He is on track for 60. It's actually the best scout gun. I just seen someone say 39 pen. It's a really high fire rate too, right?
Yeah, ridiculous fire rate on the MP7, not just that, but the 40 rounders. The addition or the change just recently of having the 40 rounders come back makes all the difference. Ooh, Europe getting a little unlucky there. Steezy with a good shot.
I mean, like I said before, right? Steezy, best possible outcome for him in this game is 25 points. If Cruisin can fight through, and you see that lump, the bottom half of the scoreboard, 24, 24, 22. If Cruisin can get himself out of 6th place, he's going to be tied points with the current point leader, which is Ghost of Customs. He just needs to overtake 1. He has potential to overtake 2. You know, if he can get out of this game in 4th place, he'll be above Ghost of Customs. And he will most certainly be above Roach. So that's going to leave his team in a very good spot to pull through on Pool B.
Yeah, no, only half of Vanguard showed up, Devin. We got the rear guard today. The foreguard was somehow missing.
Just the guard.
Just the guard, that's it.
But I'm excited to see
refurbishment.
One of the things what we had was we were shooting on 9 out of 10 players. You know, does that 10 out of 10 player, that 10 player make a difference in terms of kills? Like extra bodies on the map, extra people dying from different directions? You know, I mean, it very well could. We might see, you know, base being that little bit more populated with less room to breathe. Steezy, 55.
He gets the 60 bomb here for sure. Unless he goes on an absolute tragic spree for the next minute and a half. There's a 60 in this for Steez. It's been a part of 60 kills already. 55 in. He is 65 deep in total participation. That's going to be another one on the board for 56. 128 left on the clock. And this becomes a battle of whether Steezy can make 60 rather than can anybody else catch him, because Europe is definitely not making 18 kills to level up with him in 1 minute and 18 seconds. That seems just like an impossible feat. Nova is not going to catch Steezy on the angles. That's another one onto the board. 3 short, 2 short. Now as Europe also falls prey to the Steez. Down to the knees. One
trying
in,
to find
one
Steezy.
out.
I can't find him. There he
down.
is.
He goes down because Nova just knocked him over. Steezy now back out the gate. He's got 60 seconds for 1 kill now as he knocks down another one. Europe going back-to-back deaths to Steezy. Where's the 60? He's going to find a good third party here. Is it going to be Europe for a third time? It is. Europe bagged for a triple. Becomes the 60 bomb that you were looking for. How much further can he go, Walker? Is 70 on the board with 40 left?
Oh, I doubt not. However, there's 2 little races going on at the moment now between 2nd and 3rd that I'm interested in. That's Europe and Nova, and damage mitigation for Cruisin, to see if Cruisin can get anything more than the 1 point out of this raid. He's 1 point behind Ghost of Customs, which, like I said, is a big person to come out on top of. 15 seconds left. The Dying Ember's 2 kills short. 3 kills now. Might be a little bit too much damage done. See, it's a lot of quick draw, snappy, ergo, high ergo, you know, gunfights out of spawn. And that is it. 63 for Steezy. I mean, don't quote me. I think it was the highest so far. I mean, the highest kills with the lowest player count in the lobby. I mean, that's, you know, that's chop shop for you. All the close spawns and high kind of high octane gameplay. Pug's also a contender. I think everyone's a contender here. I just got a little word in my ear that Vanguard will be joining us just after the this game. Just arriving late, fashionably late. You guys let me know about the audio. We're starting off strong from Strix with a triple opener. I'm trying to frantically switch through to catch him. Drops 4 for his first death is fantastic way to start the game here on Bowl.
We'll give Shelby a shining light. He did pick up the first match of the first kill of the match overall. So Shelby starting off at the top of the leaderboard for the first and potentially only time we'll see him there for the entirety of this one.
Let's go, Shelbert. Prove him wrong. Gets Blight in the back, ex-Blake Dahlia, and Bloodbag. He says, fuck you, Cracked. I'm coming for that ass.
Well, Shelby told me this morning that it depends on how many people took him outside and gave him the good old slap around, the slap and tickle before he starts to tickle the players inside of the Chop Shop tournament. So, you know, bearing in mind he's got to make it to Chop Shop to be able to chop him up, we're going to have to see him do well in these first few maps. So it wouldn't surprise me if Shelby did put out a performance in the first couple to make himself seem a little less under the pressure.
We got a tower demon. I respect it. Down goes the tower. Not the thing you want to say in a North American tournament, I apologize. Or do I?
Whoa.
Strix holding down the long angle here. We got Germ swinging the corner, and down she goes. Strix 10 and 2. We heard the blood bags. We heard the tizzies. But it's all the Strix show right now.
Blight's going to be picking one up. T-Roll on the right-hand side. Blight for the second. Oh, okay. He does manage to win it out. It looked like he was about to drop down to that one. Germ again. Creeping. 2 behind the lead.
We have some lovely Grok or ChatGPT chants in the chat. You need to throw some emotes in there to break it up, Mr. Barbaric. Strix in the mix. Yeah, you know he don't miss. 1 tap, 2 tap. Send you straight to the abyss. I'm getting sick in my mouth. Enemy stressing. Praying for a fix. Too bad, too sad. It's a Strix diff. You can blame Undead for this one. Undead straight to the timeout channel. Holy moly. Leading the charge, 13 kills, 4 kill difference. As I say that, both players pick up a kill. 30 mag size, not doing any favors here. Strix can only butter him up for Shelby to take the kill.
I think yeah, I read that too. I think Barbaric's application for Undead's application for Tarkov trivia writer for next time over for the bedtime stories with Philbo just got denied. Arianarchist is real upset about his homeboy getting slammed by Strix. So unfortunately, Mr. Archist, that is just the way this tend to be. Don't matter whether it's in a fashionable skirt or whether it's in some slapping slacks.
He's got that esports mode on that skirt.
That's it, exactly.
Let's see. How's this gonna go? Strix versus Nick the Man. But Pug comes up behind Strix and Shelbert behind Pug, but Pug doesn't care. He flicks the wrist and Nick comes out on top of that. I mean, I respect the tower gameplay. I do, because that right there is very annoying to anybody. He has no bullets left. That is very annoying for anybody to deal with, you know? Everyone's aiming central, like ground floor, eye level, you know? And then there's just one guy chilling in the tower. We have, where we got Bloodbag? Bloodbag sitting in 4th place, 13 kills. Well within 3rd place. It's back and forth between him and Germ, as it sounds. Tis just waking up 100%. I mean, it's a long haul. And I guess all that matters is making it to the chop shop. You know, if you make it to the chop shop, you're doing well on points. You know what I mean? The first Pool A was very, very, very close. I mean, it's still anyone's game. You got Pug leading the charge. Continuing Steezy's legacy, so to speak. Let's have a look on the guns here as I flick through people. I see the MCX, the MDR 308s, a lot of Model 1s and M4s, right? Spears out. Am I seeing any HKs here? An attempted melee.
Okay, I actually thought you'd got that off for a second then, because the jumping model towards where the model fell over, that looked like it was dangerously close to being an actual execution. Not this time.
Yeah, I'll take all the fault for the bad camera operating. The thing is, there's a lot going on, and unlike in Blast Gang where you have simple buttons to spec every player, it doesn't work in Last Hero, so you just basically have to frantically click left and right mouse to switch through all the players. Pug leading the charge now, took it from Strix, believe it or not. Although Strix is holding it down. I was looking in the break, right? Because we have an MVP award, cash prize of $50, and an arena mask, one of the Hoplite ones, right? And that's currently held and leading by Ghost of Customs, who got 25 points in the regulation matches. That's really hard to beat. That is an average of 8.33 points across each map. That means in order to tie him, you've got to get 8 points, 8 points, and 9 points. That means third, and second to tie him. Unless, and I know none of these players want to tie that, you know, they want to beat it in regulation. They want to clear win it, you know what I'm saying? But that score is nuts to beat.
There's some interesting POV joinings. We get to actually jump straight on into the mind of some of these players there as we see a full inside facial view of Strix. That was we jumped on board with before we actually fall back behind the shoulders. One down, mid short, Chow, the spawn from behind. Strix now we're going to have to watch from both sides. Nick the Man It's going to go down very quickly.
Very well placed shots from Strix there. Are we still at 9 players? We are. We are at 9 players right now. Until the next game, I believe. We will be joined by Gemini from Vanguard. I mean, you know what? I got a lot of respect for playing in the tower because none of these players really expected anybody to do this, you know? And he's a little bit of a demon. I mean, he's hitting these shots. I mean, he is disrupting the game for some of these lead and charge players, and he's all the way into second place himself. We can mock it, we can laugh, but not gonna lie, it's a pretty dominant display.
That's where this map plays. It has towers. It is a part of the map. It is something you are able to access. Everybody has fair access to it. Somebody else plays it better than you. It does tend to frustrate you at the time, but that's all right. These guys aren't going to be caring too much about where people are playing from, more for the pride at the end of the match as to where they've placed in the scoreboard. The scores are extremely close. Strix, Nick the Man, Pug, Germ, all within 2 of each other. They're 29 to 31 across the top of the board. Shots across the back. Shelby for Strix, Pug for Nick. Good trades. Pug's going to go down to some good shots from Tizzy. It's been a quieter one from Tizzy so far, but notice how he's not too far away from the top of that pack. Same for Bloodbag.
It's actually a very good point. You cannot get shot in the back from the tower. And the guy in the tower is consistently making everybody paranoid by the tower. You know, nobody wants to move off spawn and show their shoulders to the tower. Or the back of their head. Shelby going for the mid-air Grand Slam. Doesn't quite pay off this time. T-Roll putting shots on Blight. Can't quite connect. Playing Jen as if it was Blast Gang. Really irritating fight to play, I think. To take. A lot of Model 1s. A lot of Model 1s.
Ooh,
if I
Shelby
go to
with an
free
aggressive push
cam,
out's going to fall over.
There he is. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
I found him, chat.
Who would have thought?
Spotted. Oh, my word.
Oh, my.
He's... Okay. Okay. Maybe this is the play. Maybe we've just unlocked a new level. Oh, come on, man. Come on,
Sure,
man.
I mean, that's a stealth first place if I've ever seen it. I didn't see this coming. Let me switch around. Germ crept into first place. Generation going big right now. Staring at the tower. I don't blame him at all, by the way.
I mean, you're coming out of spawn. That's the easiest place to die from the tower.
Yeah,
Is coming out of
exactly.
spawn on either side of it.
I mean, it's going to be constantly flicking to look at the tower.
Yeah, you come out of spawn, you get past the tower, nobody was there. 2 seconds later, somebody spawns behind you and goes into the tower. You're immediately then paranoid again.
There he's reading it right. It's just really difficult.
And every second that he doesn't see him, Pro just baits him into looking away, and then he gets swung on from behind. Well, here's the tower peak. Doesn't matter, he's dead to either side of him, actually. But Nick's going to pick up the trade from the third party.
Final 25 seconds, 40 to beat. 39 behind with Pug. Nick, 38, and Strix with 33. It's very tight. Top 4 is good. Top 5 strong, I guess. Can Germ hold out? Right now, Pug takes the top spot. Let's try to find Germ. Well, we stay on with Pug until he dies. We are frantically clicking. Give me Germ. I cannot find him
right now.
Oh! Ooh. We go to a tiebreak on assists.
Literally 2 assists in it. Dead even.
Wow, woo-wee. My game is not liking this. Here we go.
Wow.
Double tiebreak. Insane start for New Dawn here. Generational start for the boys. Germ, honestly. Tied on first. It's pretty impressive, Cracked.
It's still pretty close all the way down to 5th. Even 6th in contention, though.
Let's report him for bug abuse. For sitting in the tower. Because he certainly abused everyone in that lobby. You're seeing all these guys coming out of the spawn, cranking their head 90 degrees left to right to look at the tower.
Yeah,
Talk about paranoia.
If you see a new Covenant member in the near future as Ball Tower Keeper, yeah, you'll know who it is.
I mean, I love it. I love it. Okay, guys, we're going to do the typical BRB, tally up the scores, give you the scoreboard, and then we're moving straight into the second map, which is the new Smuggler's Camp on Shoreline. That is base. Little bit of a loading circle situation here, as probably one of the players are undoubtedly AFK during the selection of the kits. No, we're all on board with marksman. X-ray mode on. And there's some honorable gentlemen with suppressors, at least.
Some of them decided to avoid the potential for a malfunction or a jam.
That's the one.
Early kills. Starting off quick. Repent.
Yeah, so for those
Gemini
watching,
stepping in.
yeah, Gemini has the in-game tag of repent. That will be on the future scoreboards for everyone.
He's got some work to do as Repent. He's going to have to make up for the fact that he didn't have a teammate in Group 1. So if he's any hope of his team placing well, he's going to have to pop off twice as good as everybody here, as well as the potential for... I think he's going to be playing for the MVP award more than anything out the gate now, really.
Yeah, which is even one very difficult task considering he missed the first map. Someone is saying that there's an ABT in the lobby. I'm doing my best to cycle through everyone to find it. There is a sniper in the hands of Bloodbag who had a rough start. I'm sure he'll be coming off that very soon.
That position.
There it is. There it is.
Ooh.
I mean, they're allowed to use pistols. It is true. There's no rule against it. They just have to use the marksman preset. If the Glock 18's where you shine, however bright you shine, I hope it works. Pistol kills do count as well, yeah. They're only bound by the preset. Their creativity is their creativity. Tizzy leading the charge, 4 clear of second place.
Oh my. Shelby's eating. This is very much what this new map feels like as well, Pace. You spawn in, you die. Spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die. And if you're lucky enough, you manage to react quicker than the guy that you spawn in front of. You see, managing spawns back and forth there. Nick, the man's actually going to claim 2 quick, clean kills. Spots the third coming out. The reload comes through in time. T-Rolf gets rolled.
He's onto the glizzy.
Gobble, gobble, gobble. Let's go.
Somehow it was a headshot, by the way, but we'll take it. I mean, that's going to have to be a little bit infuriating, you know? This guy is doing everything in map 1 and map 2 combined to piss people off. Let's face it, you know, he had the tower gameplay. Now we got the Glock coming out. I mean, fair play to him. He's definitely looking at the map in its total, like, you know, playing to the rule set.
Mm-hmm. That position we're just on board with Blight in here as well. This is one of the strongest spots to be in. Actually, T-Rolf gets real lucky, then everybody's looking the other way because he's out in the open here on board with Bloodbag again. That little spot underneath the TP on the right-hand corner of that white shack. This is one of the more power play positions from, I think, on this map as a whole. Gets you 3 spawns and a good line of sight along for your back. Keep yourself covered. Strix dancing out in the corner. He's dancing in the dark for some magic. Bit of shoes and the moves. 2 down. Rolf goes. Repent in. Strix for a third. Tizzy's backing up as well. Repent's going to have another one of his own.
We have the kill leader from last game. Well, I'd say both kill leaders, because they both tied. Germ and Pug sitting respectively in 6th and 9th in the lobby right now. So definitely not their kind of ball game. But I was talking, it's all about consistency for the MVP award. And so far, Nick's looking pretty consistent. You know, sitting up in the top 3, holding tight, AVT in hand. Strix. Strong start now. Strong start in the first game. Let's see if he can hold through and stay with it. I'd trust Strix with a DMR. Tizzy getting busy. Shit's actually cringe. There we go. SKS now. I'm happy to see an SKS. I do like it. Bloodbag with an ADAR. Yeah. I mean, he tried to start with the bolt action, which kind of faltered him a little bit. If he can kind of get a little bit of solitude, you know? If he can be, like, protected from, like, a couple of walls. I guess, you know, it's helpful for him, but when there's all people shooting you from all sides...
Chat called it as well. They shouted it out at the beginning of this map that Bloodbag would get onto an ADAR eventually. He's been on that ADAR for a little while now.
His ADAR looks identical to the M4 that he was using last game as well.
Ooh.
It's an absolute troll ADAR. Looks like a rogue gun.
He's definitely not struggling to kill people with it, that's for sure.
This is a DMR only lobby. Correct. They are all playing with DMRs for this one. With the exception of some pistols, they all have to use the marksman preset. So we crossed the halfway mark. We're sitting with Tizzy in first place, Nick the Man and Strix tied in second and third. We have Bloodbag and Shelby tied in fourth and fifth. ABT is kind of based 100%. The ABT rodent is crazy. Outrageous.
Outrageous. Speaking of outrageous, Bug's going to have an outrageously long amount of time to be able to get that magazine back in the gun. Just going to leave him falling prey to the jumping shots inside. Tizzy up by 3. Nick the Man in second, down 30. Benboy Strix sitting in third, 29 kills. Shortly behind Shelby KB2 on 27 and 428 now after picking that one up. Bloodback riding the 5th position on 27. Again, it's about roughly 5 kills between that 5th place and 1st place at this point in time. Back and forth kills is still flowing. APM, hold up, where?
I like to see it. Mr. Blight, I believe. I mean, he changed his kit now. He was using 209 before. Why is there white outlines on people? It is X-ray mode. Kind of more commonly used, I guess, for Blast Gang tournaments and stuff. But it just helps the viewers understand what's coming. And what's not.
We haven't got a gun in our hands, so we're allowed walls. That's what you get with the spectator booth.
We're those friendly guys in this case.
It's one of the good features that we get while spectating. That was a little bit of ego work there, trying to come through with a bit of a mental manipulation as well as some good gameplay, but not actually managing to land the shots. Now Bloodbag trying to fight his way around in the open space. There's too many people around from many angles. The aim punch just getting knocked about as he's been shot from 2 different directions.
Strix, as my voice shatters into oblivion. Creeps out on top, 2 kills in the difference. 3 kills now. With only 3 minutes left, can he hold on? I believe Cruisin won on the exact same map for Sicario in the first pool. It'd be pretty cool to see Sicario dominate base completely.
Just got to show how much time they put into playing the new maps. I mean, all those boys actively play both arena and base games to a hefty amount of time, so wouldn't surprise me that the Sicario squad is relatively well versed in the territory. That's the spawn from behind that gets a bit sucky. Event going to go down to Tizzy. Strix, they put some good shots out. We're on board here with Pug. It's just jostling in and out of that door frame. Again, a little bit eager on the peak before the magazine's in the gun. Leaves Nick the Man a free one.
Blight creeping his way through one of these upper warehouses. Down he goes to Germ. I'm trying to flick through to find Strix. Here he is. And down goes Tizzy. First place killing second place in that scenario is huge. Now we're tied again at the top, 45 apiece with just under 2 minutes on the clock.
Tizzy gets back onto Strix as well, which puts him at dead even.
And he flips the table. Repays Strix for that previous kill. Still tied 46. Let's see, T-Rolf, what you got for me? M61 in the G28, down goes Pug. Pug trying to climb his way back up the ladder. From first place to 8th place is not where you want to be, but it's exactly where everyone wants him to be, in this case. Points differential kind of spreading across evenly here. Germ finding the kill onto T-Rolf. Pug back on the board, taking out Tizzy. Strix will be very thankful for that one, as Strix comes through with a double kill.
Yeah, that separates the 2 of them at the top of the board. Actually puts Tizzy down below Nick as well, who steals his 2nd place from him.
This is unbelievable. It's unbelievable that he's dominating the field with this gun right now.
We have 55 seconds left on the clock and 3 of them in pure contention for this. 4 kills separate them. Strix is starting to separate a little bit of a lead up by 4 kills, but both Tizzy and Nick at 49 each. Here we go.
Yeah, it's all eyes now between Nick and Tizzy. Nick with a Glock kill before going down to Strix. Tizzy surging. 30 seconds left. Finds Bloodbag. It's just neck and neck.
Now it's Strix again, though. It's always Strix that's knocking Tizzy down on the end of it.
20 seconds. I need to find the AVT. Where's the AVT?
Oh
It's
man,
like
shot that T-Rolf.
it's like unironically dying every time I try to switch to him. But we'll keep an eye there on the bottom left on the scoreboard. Nick, the man, leading Tizzy by 2 kills.
It's
Strix.
done for as well. Look at the gap.
Look at that, mind the gap. We've got Strix with 59 kills. And Nick, I mean, like I said before the game, 8 points, 9 points, 8 points is what you need to at least tie. I mean, hey, it's all to play for. We were looking at Ghost setting the tone and the tempo for the MVP with 25 points. Both Strix and Nick, in order to tie 25 points, just need 8 here. Immediate drop shot by Nick. Always trying to find a way to piss people off through gameplay in the first few seconds of the game.
We do have a couple of those Uzi Pros being bound in. Oh, T-Rolf having a really tough time and being able to pick up Germ there. Not before he's found a couple of kills of his own. Tizzy.
VG
Pug.
showing up is messing up the available points. No. I mean, it's probably making it a bit more competitive, but the guys scored from 10 down. You know what I mean? So the guys coming last place in map 1, pool A, was getting 2 points, whereas now the guys coming last place are getting the 1 point, you know? Yeah, it is probably throwing a spanner in the mix some way, shape, or form. Let's see, we got a lot of Mando masks, and we have Bloodbag sporting the gold mask that I believe he got on the sub bench while he was on MX, I believe, or maybe he was the coach of MX or something at the time, through one of the very first HPLs.
I think he played bench. I think he actually played in 1 or 2 of the games for the HPL as well, actually.
Sub bench and MX, look at that. There's a historian Walker. That's what they call me. Punk.
Yeah, he didn't play. Okay. I could have sworn we've seen him in tournaments before, though. No, Bloodbag's definitely played in a couple of maybe show matches and stuff for Hunt, or
maybe,
Chop
or
Shop
maybe one
20?
of the what was it called? The Panderic Cups, maybe.
oh, the Pros and Timmy stuff, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
2 minutes in, Tizzy on top, Germ second, and surprise, 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 we see Nick in the top 3 yet again. How does it show everyone on the map? It is X-ray mode that BSG have given us to host the tournament, so it's like a unique thing for us. They don't get to see it like this.
Yeah, it might surprise you at times when players have seemingly incredible ability to read where players are coming from, but the game is very heavily audio based, and when you've played this game for a vast amount of hours and time, you become accustomed to the louder sounds and tune them out, and you tend to hone in on the finer tuned audio. That was a nice little shot from Germ. Ooh, 2-piece, hello.
Catches Tizzy in the back but runs dry on bullets. That's unfortunate. It might look like a turn on, but he did just run out of bullets. He had 1 or 2 more. Down comes Tizzy. A lot of gun poking and snuggling into each other there. Top mid. Oh, we almost did Pug dirty by showing that one on screen. So, as we were saying before, this is the end of the 3rd map. Well, this is going to be the end of the regulation maps. So, the guys, all these players play 3 maps. At the end of the 3 maps, the top 6 go to Chop Shop, and that's where the creativity falls, where they can use any available preset to them. And that's where we say goodbye to 4 players. Say, stop making fun of him for playing well. I can only assume that that one's about Nick.
Yeah, I think somebody said Little Dick Nick. I think it's more Big Dick Nick. This guy is an absolute devastation with multiple different weapons. He's holding that 2nd place spot. Him and Germ back and forth at 22 kills apiece, battling for it. Tizzy's holding a nice, comfortable lead, but the one that's been quiet in this map comparative to the last one we've not seen a little bit of. What happened to Strix? 17 and 13.
Someone said in chat that there is a KS-23 on the board. I'm hearing it. And I'm hearing a little pump every now and again, and I'm desperately looking at the kill feed, waiting for it to show up to see who has it. But I'm just hearing the odd little pump, pump, and no kills coming forward, so I wouldn't be too surprised if that KS-23 is already in the bin. You said
Quite got the
Strix.
skill stealing for it.
Strix with a rough start, you did say, yeah. Currently down in 7th, but there's not much between him and 1st. It is kind of one of those highly competitive lobbies, though. Like, you know, 6-7 kill difference might not be much in a public lobby, but in these kind of lobbies, it's a mountain to climb.
Oh my word! Yeah, Tizzy's locked in right now as well. Tizzy's found the rhythm, the flow state. Oh, Shelby's gonna sneak away from the shot somehow.
I said 6-7 again.
Oh no! 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 Chatty broke it.
I'm trying to find Nick. No! I jinxed him. Right, Tizzy with the double. We love kill feeds that come up on time. We also love when players come on time.
Ooh.
Not looking at you, Vanguard.
Oh. 4:30 left on the clock. Shelby trying to get aerial with it.
I swear, every time I see Shelby, he's mid-air. He's airborne.
Right, shots like that, they're definitely not calling him Trace and Jason. Ooh, and a bit of back and forth whiffage on the comboxes over towards Tetris is going to find him missing shots as well. That connector out towards the A site. Given the last 0 map, full rotation. Yup. And the mag reload timing as well, you feel. Oof.
I believe the map is built for 6 and we're fielding 10 on it right now. So it is congested. Yeah. There is no room to breathe. There's barely time to reload. But it's probably the more fair map to have 10 people on, I think, with all the cover.
Steve's saying Shelby's clip farming. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. He is definitely one for the highlight reel. Ooh, the shots. German's catching up. There's 2 kills in it at the top. Hold up. It's still 3 minutes on the clock. Hold up a minute. Are we getting close to that 60 kill markers on the board as well, by the way? 45, 3 minutes left.
In contention to do it. I mean, the top 3 is surprising me for the most part. Strix, just 5 kills, 4 kills out of the top 3. Can he do it? 3 minutes left. Active off spawn. Doesn't quite see the guy in the container there. Unlucky for Shelby. Unlucky
that gap
for
has been
Boy.
extended drastically, by the way. 49 to 42. Tizzy extending that lead out by 7.
There it is. There
Gosh.
it is. We see the boomstick.
Good old Blight. Big up Blight. Oh, that one will avert, but it's not enough to get the kill. I want to know what he's running in there. That looked good to me.
Ooh. I was gonna say he buttered him up for sure. You know, that but Strix couldn't get the job done on that kill. Bloodbag with still the most interesting optic on the field.
He's just not a meta warrior, all right? Bloodbag out here representing the masses. He's going for the hipster vibe, yeah?
I can't wait till I see him in a last hero lobby later and he just bends me over. Wait,
you know, we did Halloween earlier. It's Christmas. That was kind of dangerous. Hold up, hold up. 54. The Tizzy up there, 6 away from the 60 bomb. Germ behind on 48.
Oh, Tizzy.
Ooh.
Putting them away, folding them up.
That's another one. 3 short, 57 on the board, 125 on the clock. Surely Tizzy on for a 60 of his own.
The aim point's actually a good site and no one uses it for actually 0 reason. I will consider giving it a go. Real men use whatever site they picked up last raid. I respect it.
Fair. That's a valid comment.
1 minute left. We're in the final minute. Tizzy, no doubt, gonna drop 60 here. 1 kill away. Germ in second. Needs to fight to defend that second. Germ currently is sitting on 16 points. Second place gives him 9, I believe. I think that ties him I'm not 100% sure. I think that might time for the bout for MVP. And it's going to all come down to the kills. How many kills do we got?
Ooh, you said surely Tizzy would find that 60th. There we go. There's the 60th and the 61st as well as he puts another on the board. Germ was starting to catch up, and Tizzy had been rolled off a spawn 4 times in a row there. So got a little bit sketchy for a second, but he does cross the 61 mark. 63, I think, was what Steezy had managed in his match. So one short of that. Tizzy with 20 left on the clock is going to have a chance to contest for the highest top total frag so far. Close on 15. There's the 63rd. Now just one short of being able. He's equal, but can he top it? 8 left on the clock. There's one from Tizzy to put it to 64. Is 65 possible? Germ domes one as the back end of the clock.
Final
close.
seconds left.
In him there.
Germ with a double kill in the absolute last second double kill to secure second place, by the way. I was on the edge of my seat.
Oh, and look at Strix as well after a quiet game. Sneaks back up into 4th.
Love to see it. Love to see it. Try to secure a W. For his team, for his org, and for his teammate. Here we are. We're away with the fairies. Bloodbag with the opening first blood onto Nick now in his domain. Tizzy trading, Strix trading out that kill. Trades across the board here. We're going to see the top 3 positions here fluctuate, no doubt, throughout the entire map. East Coast server. I'm feeling for some of my West Coast gamers.
Works both ways though, right? They'll be able to feel either side of it.
Yeah, 100%.
Clean early opener from both sides. Pug, Tizzy, Strix, all getting involved in the kill feed. Nick going to get domed. Bloodbag's got one back. This is a Bloodbag map. For those of you maybe familiar with a bit of Bloodbag gameplay, you'll know that this is his domain, his environment to slay out in, right?
Germ popping off and starting strong. One of the first people able to string a couple of kills together. He got a nice little 3 streak there before going down and getting traded out. We see the resurgence of the Uzi. And Germ getting another double kill here to play. Here to dominate. Tizzy just around the corner. Jump shot comes in and down goes Germ. Tizzy getting a rather free second kill there, I think. And he won't be complaining about that one. Gen is full of fraggers. Yes. We always looked at that Gen team as one of those kind of labs dominant player like type teams, you know. I mean, this is definitely this type of tournament is giving specific types of players the chance to shine, I guess, outside of your traditional bomb planting scenarios. Oh, a little bit of. Is that the first one we've seen today? A little bit of love and appreciation, affection on the body.
Definitely.
Big fan of that. Big fan of that. In a game where people are coming at you left and right, and they're all, you know, and bullets are important. Spending a few extra ones on a body is
that's value added.
Yeah, that's
value added, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Hope he doesn't pay for those kind of scenarios. The Bloodbag M4. Yeah, yeah. Oh, he almost slamming Tizzy there. His life flashing before his eyes. Pug with a double kill, and we keep spawning inside of people's Mandalorian masks. We love to see that. Tizzy with a double. Seems to be the running theme of the day.
I mean, Tizzy's been cooking since the last map. It's kind of impressive to hear how many times we've said his name versus the kill feed, and look at the scoreboard. Germ up there topping it out with 19 ahead by a stonkers score. 6. Going to keep pushing it onwards. Pug not too far behind, neither Tizzy either.
All scouts bar 1 on Bloodbag, who does not want to part with that funky looking M4 that he got off a Rogue on Lighthouse many months ago and saved it as his preset. Then his game broke and he wasn't able to make more presets. I think that's that's the only logical thing, right? Surely.
That makes sense. I'm following that logic.
Oh, we see the bad guy, the resident bad guy. I heard an LMG and it looked like it was on Nick's hands.
Oh, that does not surprise me one bit. Fetch the earmuffs, chat. You're going to need them.
Double check there. Does he stay on it? No, he's back on the scout. It was a one pump jump. I respect it.
One time for the one time.
Shame we didn't catch it on the big screen. 4 minutes down. Rapidly approaching the halfway point. We have a tie at the top, 23 apiece for German Pug, followed by Tizzy. Then there's a little bit of a drop to Strix here in 4th place. Pardon me, pardon me. We got it inside the face cam here. Something that looks like SBT Tarkov. Funky looking shoulder cam action. The Uzi rattling off, man. It's an unusual sound, I think. Tizzy again with a double. Can't convert to a triple. In comes Pug. Who picks up 3 in a string. Looking to make more. Lost an arm, but I don't think that's too much of an issue in these kind of lobbies. Converts for a 4th. Goes down on the 5th fight.
Oof.
Blood bag.
Shots good on both sides.
Oh, I thought that was the wall. I thought we seen a wall bang there. I mean, one of the very first times I was playing against Bloodbag, he was hitting nuts spawn traps on me. I'm getting wall banged coming out of spawn too.
He's an absolute demon for sure.
Ooh, little bit of a body spray off there between the 2 players. A reminder going into this, the top 3 were Germ, Tizzy, and Strix for Pool B. And Tizzy and Germ are in the top 3 currently. We have New Dawn Pug there sitting currently in 1st place, who is in 5th place overall, looking to make damage. He's sitting on 22 points. If he can hold out, and that's a big if he can hold out 1st place here, he'll finish on 28 points for New Dawn. I see, let's work it out here. A little bit of standing points. If Tizzy can hold out in 2nd place, he'll finish on 29 points for Syndicate. And that's bear in mind, Europe dropped a nasty 28 point Pool A finish.
Yeah, we were asking ourselves, was anybody going to be able to match up to that kind of a point score? Well, it's looking like it's going to be not just an easy feat, but one that's going to be overcome at this rate.
Yeah, it's Tizzy drifting away in that 2nd place spot. I mean, that's the whole... Not only does Pug want to finish 1st, he needs someone else to finish 2nd, you know what I mean? We're playing a dangerous game having Tizzy so high up the board. That's probably what everyone here is thinking. Strix finding his feet, though, up to 26. Just 2 off the top 3 podium. How are points calculated? So points are calculated from 10 to 1. So winning a map in the regulation time, when there was 10 players per map, was 1st place wins 10 points, last place wins 1 point. Now that they're in the final, top 6, the guys winning the lobby here, coming 1st, will get you 6 points, last place gets you 1 point. So there's kind of like a catch-up system involved. Kind of similar in fashion to Formula 1 in the way that there's, you know, there's teams involved in some aspect. So this is Group B. We've already watched Group A. At the end of Group B, we're going to total things and add them together. Bloodbag almost hitting a 180 flick there onto Strix, I believe.
Some nasty shots in this kind of environment, but that's what Chop Shop tends to do. It increases the pace of your last hero lobby. That's why we'll probably see the most kills being given out on this map in total. Not quite the 60s that we saw here last time. 45s apiece. Tizzy and Pug at the top of that scoreboard now, looking to push their advantages even further. Also killing people left, right, and center as they drop into the spawn. You actually see Pug just dancing about from corner to corner, not quite able to pick up extras. He goes down to Tizzy.
That's Tizzy clipping into the 1st place. Let's go watch Tizzy, and let's do something we haven't done so far. On his next life, we'll turn off X-Ray just to see what it's like from the player perspective and how energetic these raids are. The sense of kind of understanding the flow of these maps in Last Hero is huge here. Most of these guys, if not all of them, with the exception maybe of Bloodbag, are on esports teams. They compete playing Blast Gang tournaments, so it's a different pace completely, but a lot of these guys will be playing these Last Hero lobbies to warm up, you know. I like the skin kind of combination that Strix is rocking on the MP7 there. Back to X-ray mode. 7-kill lead for Tizzy. Looks to be potentially running away with the tournament right now. Bear in mind, guys, the guys watching at home, the MVP award is for the best individual performance, excluding the bonus maps. So we'll be looking at all the regulation maps for that. So right now that is tied up between Germ and Ghost of Customs. Nick holding Germ in the spawn here, picks him up after he gets a double kill, shutting him down. I mean, if you look at that jump, look at the jump between second and third, even just first and third, 20 kills. It's like a 50% boost.
I thought the pace was going to be off for the 60 as well, and Tizzy's crossed it again. He's 61 up. Pug not far behind him, 3 kills short, 57-2. Again, another screamer of a lobby. The difference, like you said, between first and second and that third place gap, though, is huge. Pug looking for a little bit of an inside-outside dance, shoulder swing. Clock ticks down, and that is going to be the game closed out. Tizzy's going to take the W with a 3-kill lead, 61 and 45.
Over in a flash. That's the only thing I have to say about these games. I wish they lasted at least 5 minutes longer just to see where they can push in terms of kills. Tizzy closing out the game. 61 kills to 45 deaths. Monster performance. Like I was saying, a 50% kill difference from third place. Strong showing from everybody. There's the final score for the match, for the bonus match in Chop Shop. Yeah, no 7th place for me to refer to this time around. Guys, we'll total it up. We'll add it to the scoreboard, and we will be back ASAP to recap Group B. And then we'll be going on to talk about the overall standings, the prize money, the glamour, the glory, all that good stuff, and to see who's getting that MVP position. Hello, hello, hello. Calculations complete. Pool finished. We have 2 sets of scoreboards to go over with you guys. First of all, the Pool B. You know, we're gonna look at the Pool B. We're gonna see their scores. We're gonna maybe talk a little bit about them, a little bit how they stacked up against Pool A. Then we'll look at the combined scores, and we will congratulate our champions, our runners-up. And then we will talk a little bit about the MVP scenario, the situation. Okay, without further ado, let's jump on over to the scoreboard for Pool B. You guys are looking at, in descending order, the best players from Pool B. We got Tizzy finishing super strong with 30 points. Germ, 29. Strix, 27. That's just ahead on kill difference over Pug in 4th place, also at 27. Nick the Man with 25. And Bloodbag with 15. The other 4 we waved goodbye just before we went into Chop Shop. How are you feeling about that, Correct? Did that meet your expectations?
Yeah, definitely. I think, again, Chop Shop has been one that I've been really pleased with as a whole for both groups with of entertainment, both maps, with it being a small map. It tends to provide the kind of action that people are here to watch, especially with the all in for the blood for the blood god style gameplay that you get out of Last Hero. So yeah, very impressed. A lot of high kill score thresholds that have been beaten that I wasn't quite expecting. I didn't think we would see 60 as easily smashed out on multiple occasions, but I will take it. I will 100% take it.
Yeah, I mean, a fantastic showing from all the guys, all the teams, all the players. I mean, yeah, really surprised with the overall outcome of this kind of type of tournament. I'm glad that, for the most part, it looks like people have enjoyed it. I mean, there'll be some like feedback collection and that sort of thing after it. You know, I'm sure everyone's gonna be looking at Nick's pistol in that base game that we played there, with the marksman. But I am all for it. People are getting creative with the rule set, you know, playing to the rules, the limitations that they're faced with. But yeah, that leaves us really with, well, I was going to say one thing to look at, but it's really 2 things. We got to look at the overall scoreboard, the combined with the teams. Now, I'm sure everyone who has access to a calculator has already figured it out. But let's pretend for a moment that that they didn't. I'm gonna switch over something really quickly, and we're gonna take a look at the overall scoreboard. So, without further ado, we're looking here for Team 1 and Team 2 in that order. See who takes home some of those cash prizes, takes home some of those masks. Here we go. I'd say absolutely no surprise there, correct? From the domination that we've seen across both groups there by Europe and Tizzy taking home first place. 58 points.
It's hard to really do anything to stop the stemming of the tide when Europe starts off with the performance of 3 second places. I mean, you talk about some consistency. That's like about as many points as you want to be able to take home. So yeah, unbelievable performance from Europe to start it off with, and then Tizzy did equally as good in his half. So no shocker on that one, honestly. But Syndicate, followed by Generation, Roach and Germ put in an exceptional effort as well. Steezy again had another one of those 60 bombs in the third place. So top of the leaderboard, very representative of the individual performances and the combined efforts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very, very, very happy to see Generation up there high because we were speaking about them a little bit during the intermission. Always nice to see a team, podium. You know what I mean? For a first time, right? And they've seen fourth place in Blaskang in the Tarkov GG Cup and I believe the LCL Cup as well. It's nice to see them up there. Well played as well to New Dawn, coming in with 52 points and just marginally 1 point behind Sicario with 51 points. It was a fantastic showing as well from Covenant. We had, of course, we had Nova sporting the Uzi, as well as Nick the Man sporting some of the, say, the unorthodox gameplay, which was definitely is a huge standout for me. There has to be an asterisk beside his name for this tournament. Then we move over to Steez. We have Ghost of Customs and T-Roll, 36 points, followed by Judicious and Bloodbag with 32. Aquila with Eclipse and Little Shelbert with 21 points, followed by Tebow and Blake Dahlia with 10 points. And then last but not least, Vanguard, which was Normie and Gemini, who had some issues preventing, obviously playing all the games together. I would say Tizzy in Europe continuing. I mean, theoretically, you are correct. The only players to win both Walkers Minicups. That's actually pretty cool stat that nobody else shares. It's a nice one. Well done to all teams. This is one more thing to deal with here just before we wrap the tournament portion of the stream. It is to talk about the little old MVP awards. And we had a long look at it. The MVP award basically was the award for the best performance to an individual player across the regulation games. That means the first 3 games, not the bonus chop shop, because not all players get the chance to play that, so they're not counted. It's the bonus game, We're looking at the top 3, the first 3 matches in Pool A and the first 3 matches in Pool B. We had a joint tie between 2 players, that's Ghost of Customs and Germ, both finishing with 25 points. Came down to the tiebreaker. Tiebreaker came down to 2 or 3 kills, I believe. And coming out on top for our second ever MVP is Germ, ladies and gentlemen, from Generation. Massive congratulations to Germ. He'll be taking home an extra $50 prize and a special little unique mask that not many people have in the Tarkov Arena space. It's the lovely prolific ancient mask that we see teams like Virtus Pro and OCAC donning, I believe, in their games. So that's a nice one. Very close. Down to the wire. Happy with that, correct?
Yeah, 100%. I think the folks in the chat, though, want to let you know a thank you for your efforts of putting the tournament on. I see a lot of messages coming in and a lot of folks shouting out. a massive thank you to Mr. Walker. So I think, chat, I think you're absolutely right. A W and shout out. Also, thank you from myself for having me on to come and yap about it with you. It's always a good sit and chat on the bench, and we have a bit of banter about the pros playing in a little bit more of a relaxed environment. And a few comments are saying Walker keeping the NA scene alive, donning on that coat of white shining armor to fight for the NA repping side of the coin. So big up Walker, and big up you guys, chat, as well. Like, well said. So thank you, sir, for putting the tournament on. I think all the guys have enjoyed it. At the end of the day, we've always enjoyed a good bit of entertainment, but it's just that little bit more special when we get to tune into something a little bit different. So
Yes,
chops in.
Thank you
Big up
guys.
the big
Thank you
man.
all. I mean, obviously, I gotta do the rundown here and the credits here. Joined by the one and only Cracked Wisdom on the cast today. Thank you, sir. We have in the background helping today Preppy and Step Sherpa doing all of the administration roles, running around talking to all the teams, booting ass and getting them in lobbies, as well as giving out to them for fucking up moss files. But like we'll discuss that later. And then we have Sky Cycle, who is doing all of the Liquipedia admin work. We're going to touch base with him and make sure all of our sheets match his sheets on the website. And yeah, the elephant in the room, Mr. Pure Kratos, who has stepped in, streamer. If we could do a shout out, if one of the mods could do a shout out for Pure Kratos in the chat so people know where to look. He came in, sported the whole prize pool for this tournament. So any of you guys who've won something is coming directly from him, which is awesome. Always nice to see. Plans for MINICUP 3. For MINICUP 3, the plans are to go, of course, back to Blast Gang. We're considering 8 teams for this one. We're considering 6 teams. We'll see how it goes for this. It's, you know, always best of one for the MINICUP series, so anyone can win. You know, I'm excited for that. In terms of beyond and onwards, we're going to continue doing our best to grow and kind of get sponsorships and that sort of thing, so we can do more tournaments and, you know, experiment. You know, I seen someone ask about team fight. I don't like team fight too much just for the AI aspect of it, but perhaps we can cook up some silly little format. I don't know. Something at the back of my throat tickles me and says 3v3 checkpoint would, and maybe be something that could be really sweaty. You know, especially if each of the players maybe had to use a different preset type. I don't know. We'll have to see. I think I'm a big fan of the old school pro mod tournaments where, you know, you had like one guy in a rifle, one guy in a sniper, one guy in an SMG, you know. Just to throw a spanner in the works, maybe we could do like fun cups in between the Blast Gang ones every time, you know. But for now, the focus is back to Blast Gang. Thank you to the North American players for fielding these teams. It's always nice to host them. In terms of the stream for today, I believe after we do a short intermission, I'm going to play some arena. I'm going to do my dailies, and then we'll see what we're going to do in terms of, you know, in terms of rating someone with drops and all that sort of thing. But again, massive thank you to the crew, the incredibly small crew, small but tough. Cracked Wisdom, Pure Kratos, Step Sherpa, Preppy, and Sky Cycle. Thank you guys for making this possible. Thank you to the guys watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll facilitate some way of collecting feedback in the near future. We're going to jump to an intermission screen. I'll get the VOD up on YouTube and I'll split it up and all that sort of thing in the near future. Thank you guys. God bless. And for the ones that leave us, I'll see you on the next one.